Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. 1, 2, 4. Go down to the next line. So let's go back and start that over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you stay on that one more time. So that one beat, the first beat of that next measure. So start that right over. 3, 4, 1. Right into those E's. 2, 3, 4. And then you go to the G's.
Thank you, sir. 37 seconds change. Just go back and see me tomorrow either. Around this area, after 1 o'clock. We get it straightened up. So. Yes, sir.
Last measure. Strum those two. 2 strums and a rest. Right. All right, next song.
Which song are we going to do last?
Should we come around the mountain?
Like today?
Today? I think I mean, if you keep going at this progress, the only problem is we haven't learned G and A, right? So we got to learn G and A first.
I think we've learned G.
Okay.
Well, I think we've learned G, but I haven't understood.
All right, show me what the G is.
I forgot what a G was.
All right, now look on your guitar. Now we're learning that this is the difference. We know the G on our first string, but now we're going to learn G on our third string. So introducing notes on the third string. All right, so your third string open is called G. So if you just play your third string open without holding anything down, you got a G. So we'll have 2 G's now. We'll have that G, and we have the G on the third string. So let's practice doing that for a second. We got this G open on the third string, and the G. See, it's an octave. Same note, octave higher. And you use your. See that G right there, like green.
Hi, Mommy.
Don't hold anything down, so pick your hand up there. All right, now put your third finger down on the first string. Right there where that green is right there. All right, see how that sounds like the same note, just an octave higher difference. You got like that. It's like 2 people speaking and they got different types of sounding voices. You know, you can have a low G, that's a G right there. Remember I told you last week? Anything on your top string is the same note as your first string. So if we have a G right here, we're going to have a G right here. So this is somebody with a real low voice. This is somebody with a medium voice. This is somebody with a high voice. See? Let's try that G. So G, G, G. Let's try that right there. So take your third finger, put it on the very top string. And then the bottom, but you gotta hold, you gotta take your hand and go all the way down to the bottom. So you play the G, so there's a G, there's a G. That G right there, back on that. All right, now go back to that top G for a second. Now you want to hold that down so you can hear that note real clear. Right now, got it? All right. Almost, but the third. I try to get in. Almost. That's it right there. I try to get. So good practice exercise for your picking hand too, because you're going to develop more and more control of your picking hand. And that's another reason I want you to do this 1, 2, 3 exercise. You see, you count that like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get synchronization between your right and left hand. 1, 2, 3. Just count that steady. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, here's the thing I want you to start doing with your right hand too. This will help develop your right hand. So we're going to go up to that top note, the top G, that lowest G, and let's go down and up on our pick hand. So on our pick hand, we're going down, up like this. Try that for me. And this will teach you about 8 notes. All right, because a quarter note is getting an entire beat. That came out of that socket there. So your quarter note gets the entire beat. But an 8 note splits those in half, splits the quarter in half. So it takes 2 8 notes to equal the quarter note. So think, if we count like this, if we count, try this out. Tap your foot when you do this right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the tap your foot on the beat, on the downbeat, each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? So that's our quarter note. Now, when we do 8 notes, we're splitting that in half. So when your foot goes down and your foot goes back up, that's considered one complete quarter note. See? That takes up the whole beat. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? 2, 3, 4. Now when we split that in half, your foot goes down for the number and up for the and. So that gives us the 8 note. Try this right here. Foot goes down, your foot goes back up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now you get, instead of 4 for the entire count, you're getting 8. And that's how you subdivide the beat. Try that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can use your music stand or anything you want to tap your foot on, so you kind of like, here, use that right here. Try that. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And one right. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And see how you just keep your foot the same beat. You're keeping your foot that same tempo. The only thing that changes is your count. You count the quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you count the 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So let's develop this with your pick hand. I know this is not in the book, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about it. Because we are going to get to it in our next book. But this will help you develop the control in your pick hand by the time we get to it. So let's start. You can start this on any string you want. I think the first string will probably be the easiest note. So let's go right here. 2, 3, 4. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I want you to do is go down and up with your pick. So you're going to go like this. Like that. Down, up. So that would be 1 and like that. Let's try that right there.
King, pay attention.
So we're going down and up on our pick hand. Watch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 2 and 3 and 4. Now, the thing about, just like I was making you do the 1, 2, 3 exercise on all 6 strings, I wanted you to get a feel for how every string has a different thickness. So we're going to go up to the second string and do the same thing. And so you had to develop more different control because that string is a thicker gauge, you know. So we go up to on the first string, second string, third string.
King, pay attention.
See that right there? That's all I want you to do. Is try to get used to the different thickness of the strings. And your goal is to even it all out. Because everyone's got a little bit different feel. So this will develop your right hand. Will you try that for me, starting on the first string? Remember, just that 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, go up to the second string. After you count the full 4, but you start off with a down stroke. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1. Alright, let's see how your pick hand can get away from you. You hit the other string by accident. And 3, and 4, and 1. And start off with the down. Remember, your numbers are up. Right now, all your numbers are going to be down, and your ands are going to be up on your pick hand. Alright? So that'll help develop your pick hand if you practice that during the week. Alright? Let's go back to this. Before we get to that G and A, let's play through the song real quick first. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, try that. So during the week, you really want to practice getting that where you can play that straight through like this and hear every note. So you 1, 2, 3, 4. So what if you're having problems with a measure, this is a good device for helping you with that. You always loop that measure so you can get that measure down. So right here, and that way, you're getting that set of combination of notes. So you're strengthening your hand up, and you're getting more control of your dexterity of your left hand by practicing that. Because we're having to switch between E, D, C, D. You know the E's on the first string, D, C, D is on the second string. So let's practice doing that for a second. That way you're working that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that way you're able to keep a steady tempo. When you get to harder sections of like some measures are going to be a lot harder than others. Like see how easy these two measures are? They're way easier than that measure. So you start off with a hard measure and then go into two easy ones. So let's see if we can develop that measure where you can play that straight through. And this is where some memorization will help you as well. Because you're memorizing that, get that on your fingers. That's it. Try that again. Do it again. You want that to sound nice and clear. All right, try that again. Because now, right now, you're hearing some string noise. And as you clean that up, you'll hear less and less of that string noise in between the notes. All right? So let's go ahead and play through that entire line. All right, find out, yeah. All you gotta do is like move your hand around and find where you're gonna get the clearest note on that D. So let's try that. Start that over, and when you get to that D note, the second note, move your hand around until you find a spot. And this is how you get notes under your fingers. And by that, I mean, when you get it clear, and it's like you develop a muscle memory. You're finding out where that note's going to sound the clearest. Like, so if I put, see my hand, if I play right there on that fret right there, it's going to make a buzz.
King, look at him.
See right there? But I find, you move your finger around, you get that note.
He's getting tired.
All right, let's try that. That's it. Feel that, but that's right. That's good. Oh, great. All right, now go straight to the next measure after you get through with that. We'll go up right here and go to that E. And you go to the next note. You got the note right there. You got those 3 E's and right here. Whatever you say. What? It's not clear. Put your hand around. That's it. Yep. Last note. Next line. And the next line, that first measure is the same as that. See, this one, the beginning of each line is the same. And that's why you really want to develop that, work that out. When you play for that song, every time you come to that next line, it'll be a lot easier. Straight. Alright, next line. It's the same, it's a verse line. First measure, each line is the same. You hit that G twice. So you like that G. So 1, 2, 3, strum. 1, 2. All right, good. Then the last line.
I'm back here. I'm back here.
Oh, they're back here.
I was trying to keep you right there on those E's.
All right.